without me speaking, like these dudes are puppets. Like, come on, like you going on TV speaking about stuff that, you know, my family has to.
Taking the red pill is just a different type of feeling. Some call it bad, I call it spiritual healing. It opens up your mind, the truth being revealing. And when it comes to women, you start being appealing. They stop squilling, start kneeling just to get you. Now they flag you down, asking can they get a picture. She says she likes the red pill, can she be a member? I said when I come back, I'll be going to November.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button with the notification, and leave a comment. Let me know exactly how you feel about this video. All right. If you haven't subscribed to my second channel, who is Anthony Spade, the link is on the homepage or it may be in the description. All right, today's video is going to be from Irving responding to Stephen A. Smith. Recently, Irving was told by the Nets that he could not play or show up at the facility without getting the jab. All right, Irving refuses to get the jab. He stands up for people who do not want to get the jab. All right, but we all know that there are agendas that are being played throughout media. With no further ado, he has made a response video to Stephen A. Smith. It's a long video, about 20 minutes, but we're only going to react to maybe 5 to 6 minutes of it. All right, with no further ado, let's get to it.
This is not normal. You know what I mean? Like, this is not normal. What's going on? This is not normal. And I'm not going to get too emotional here either. I'm just thinking with my logic. You know, I'm just thinking for all those that are dealing with similar things that I'm dealing with. You know, you got to put your livelihood on the line in order for a mandate that you don't necessarily agree with all the way. Like, nobody should be forced to do anything with their bodies. Nobody should be forced to do anything with their bodies. Like, you only get one of these.
And I agree with him. One thing that's happening here in the life that we're living, it's becoming a mandate, as if people are just walking down the streets, passing out and dying from it, but they're not. They're paying people to take it. But everyone's looking at it like, why is something seem so dangerous that doesn't visually look dangerous? Right? You still have the regular flu, which is taking more people out than the vid, but yet they're pressuring the vid. The problem is this, is why are they forcing people to take something that doesn't seem deadly only in the media?
You choose to get vaccine, I support you. If you choose to be unvaccinated, I support you. Do what's best for you. But that doesn't mean go around and start judging people for what they're doing with their lives. You know, like, I'm going to continue to serve others. I'm going to continue to be me. I'm going to continue to be there for people that need the resources, that need the information or need access to different things. You know, it's big fights out here for social issues. You know, we still got racism going on. We still got violence going on. We still got social injustices going on. And to process all that and still go out there and entertain, it's not the easiest job. You know, like, I'm human. I feel all these things. I don't just go home and just be thinking about ball all the time. Like, that's not reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really not reality. If you go home and you only thinking about your entertainment or your job or what you got to handle. You know, like, the reality is that if you truly connected to the source, to the creator, you're going to care about others sometimes more than you care about yourself.
And he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. When you're in tune with life and you're in tune with yourself, you're going to care about everything that's happening around you, because you're going to be able to look at everything from a global scale. In order for you to survive in this world, your brain has to be locked into constantly developing knowledge of everything that you see and hear. You want to know more about it. When people conceal their brains and give themselves a one-size-fits-all to the knowledge that they have, it's typically when you're going to lose out on life. And that happens with a lot of people online. You get stuck being online, and you be online so long that you've placed yourself on Shutter Island. That's where you're pretending to be somebody that you're really not. And everyone in the comments, they're allowing you to be something that you're not. The only time that you're going to realize who the crazy person is when you try to get off the phone.
You know, I love love just people helping one another. That's always gonna be me, right? That's always gonna be. Some people don't feel the same way, and that's all good. I'm not here to go back and forth about that. But to continue to play with my name, to continue to play with my image, continue to paint me in a certain type of way without me speaking, like these dudes are puppets. Like, come on, like you going on TV speaking about stuff that, my family has to see. My friends have to see, like supporters have to see, and then.
He's right. Most people in the media are puppets. I told people a long time ago, and I say this all the time. Popular people get paid to push the agendas for powerful people. Powerful people don't want to be seen at all. The richest people in the world do not want to be seen. Majority of these companies that the celebrity work for, or that they're entertaining for, or that they're singing for, acting for, that they're under, they're always signed to a production company. You never know the owners of these production companies, because these are the guys that sit at the top. If they're paying Cardi B and or LeBron James and them $80 million a year, almost $1 billion, then they're making that 20-fold. That's chump change. That's chump change to them whenever they start giving out that much money. That's how come the more ignorant you are, the more hateful you are, the more money that you're going to make, because those elites up top, they think like that. They're lonely, sad people. They don't have a regular life. They don't have a bond with their family. I've been around these type of crowds before. The people are weird. It is a get along, go along gang. It's mean like all of us are thinking the same. If you don't think like us, then you're bad. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with like the space that we're in. If everybody don't hate women, then something's wrong, right?
I had to come on here and address all this in a certain type of manner, because it has to come authentically. Like it can't come with a script. These dudes read off scripts. They calling me unintelligent, calling me all these different types of names, and they will never say it to my face. They will never, ever come up to me in person and say that type shit to my face.
They're right. And the reason why they won't say it to their face is because they're always trying to impress their boss. That's what it is. When you have to tear down somebody else to make yourself look good, it's because you're trying to impress someone else. And that's what happens in media. In media, you can lose your job overnight. When you start dealing with, even with YouTube, you can lose this overnight saying the wrong thing. You have to go along with what people are saying. People fear what they don't understand. They hate what they can't conquer. It's the theory of man that became a monster. Quote, Nas.
Ever. Fans, anybody come up and say that to my face, like, because they know what I stand for. I stand for so many things bigger than this game. And right now, it's not just about the game of basketball. It's about helping your fellow human being understand that they have a choice. If you're staying safe, you following COVID protocols, you wearing a mask, and you're unvaccinated or you're vaccinated, like that's on you. Like, you should stand on that. But that doesn't mean going out and advocating for things for other people to do with their lives. Like, you can't be on both sides. You can't be like, yo, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. No, make a choice. Like, stand with everybody. It's all good. It's all good if you at peace, with the world.
You got to realize that all of this mandate and the jab is all sheep shit. This is all sheep. They've already divided you with the vid. They've already divided you with Black Lives Matter. They've already divided you with all of these agendas. The world is divided. Now it's let's conquer people. How do we conquer them? We get them all to do the same thing because they all have been broken. Life is a game of chess, not checkers.
But I'm not going to continue to be at odds with myself and my own beliefs and what I stand on because it's not agreeable or people don't see it as the right choice to me. You know what I'm saying? And I just continue to pray for all those out there that have lost people to the pandemic, to COVID. I continue to pray for all those that are dealing with things in their lives that they can't handle it or don't have, the ability to speak up, or they don't have the people around them to support what they're doing, or, they don't have everything that they could possibly want. to make an ideal life. I'm very fortunate that I get a chance to go do a bunch of these to inspire, countless individuals, but it's not just about this. Sometimes I got to be able to use my voice, use my mind, use my heart to let people know, like, I'm here as a beacon of light. I'm here as a beacon to be used, with God. I'm a messenger. I'm not going to go beyond my means and speak on things I don't know about.
And I agree. Like, one thing about life is that you got to have something that you stand on. If you don't have nothing that you stand on, then you're going to fall for anything. He's standing his ground. He's standing exactly how he feels about the situation, about the jab, about the mandate. He's saying, hey, I don't have to do it. I have my willpower. He's stopping himself from being a sheep. And everyone out there needs to stand their ground too, because the world has become weaker. People are not understanding that society has placed you in position to fall in love with your own demise.
But one thing I'm not going to tolerate is standing around while I'm watching, people like do things around me that are very questionable. If it was just about, just ball or just about the craft, and that would be cool. Like, we had that conversation. But this is about real life and real choices that people are faced with. Thousands, hundreds of thousands, almost millions of people are deciding to be unvaccinated. Millions of people are being vaccinated. There should not be a divide here. We should be accommodated equally. We should be accommodated equally. There's so much that we can do for one another to help, but to demonize one another and judge and continue to point the finger and be like, yo, you should do this. Like, think about what that puts a person, what type of position that puts the person in. You backing them up against the wall to, make a decision out of fear, out of having anxiety, or they just don't know. So I'm sorry that y'all had to witness like all of this being torn down around me, and I'm sorry that y'all, you guys had to hear that I'm anti this or anti that without hearing it from me. It's a time where you just gotta really just say, yo, F this. I'm gonna say, yo, it's up to me now. It's up to me, and I'm always gonna remain safe around people, because this is the times that we're in. We're in very, very, very strange, crazy times. You gotta think rationally. Use your logic, not your emotions. Everybody wants to speak from emotions. Everybody wants to speak like they know. Everybody wants to speak like they're conscious. They're conscious, like they're woke. And I've actually been that dude, speak.
He's right. It's too many people that have sat online and gained so much knowledge that they think that they know it all, but haven't left their house. There's a whole world going out in reality right now. And majority of the people are taking their online world and dragging it into real life, trying to get people to adjust. All of this scared and the vax and all that, the people that want you to get vax are the people that work for corporations. All the older people, they're scared that they're going to die. All these old people voted so they could get the vax, but they lost all their social security. Why you think there's so many old people working at restaurants, fast food restaurants, everywhere you go? The quality of life is low. You notice that? The quality of life is low because you're being mentally controlled. The real life is deteriorating because your brain has been taken over by the online world. You must learn to disconnect the two. If not, you're signing yourself up for misery. Misery will become your best friend. Once misery becomes your best friend, it would be hard to get rid of her.
Pick them up and trying to force thoughts on them, and that wasn't the right way to go. That wasn't the right delivery. I could have my beliefs, but that doesn't mean I have to have everybody believe what I think. That I have to convince everybody this is the right choice. That's not the way to go. Like, I've said some of the dumbest things in my life. Like, I've made so many mistakes.
And I agree with him. That's another thing that you guys have to understand, that A lot of people don't open their brains up to think for themselves. They'll allow somebody else to think for them. That's why so many of you will come on here, oh, sigma males are not real, alpha males are not real, this is not real, and this is not. Of course it's not real. It's ideologies used to teach you something. You're not going to walk around in real life and start claiming people as sigma males and alpha males and betas and all this. And majority of these ideologies online, you're not going to walk around in real life and they actually exist. Most of you don't have control over your own brain. You have to vicariously live through someone else.
Before, and I have to be okay with making those mistakes in the public eye, and that's not always a comfortable position, but it is what it is, and I'm responsible for that influence, and I'm responsible for my life as a mature individual. But I'm not going to continue to dance around these issues like it's not going on in our world either, but I'm damn sure not going to judge you if you have a different opinion to me. I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to download it. I'm going to let you speak. I'm going to listen intentfully, and I'm going to do it in a way where we can both come out of it with an understanding.
All right. Okay, you guys could go on the internet and look at celebrity news where I got that clip from, and you can watch the entire clip. It's about 15 minutes, but he does kind of repeat a lot of stuff. What I just played is the gust of everything. The moral of the story here is stand for something or fall for anything. All right, that's pretty much what Kyrie Irving is saying here. When it comes to the vaccine and it comes to the mandate and all that, that's all public. That's all personal opinion. That's up to you how you feel about it, what you doing, and that I'm not going to say whether I did or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you that all of this is one big agenda. All right, Black Lives Matter is nothing but a Trojan horse. The vid is something to distort you and give you and scare you off. There's an overall agenda that's happening now, and it's called New World Order. You better take the red pill or be careful. All right, this is Anthony Spade. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.